Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm here to bring you the top 10 winter anime of 2015. Now this is a new segment I want to try out this season because, as you all know if you've been following me for quite a long time, every season when the season's ending, I always make a video of what will I watch the next season. And I felt like it would be more appropriate to end off the, season of anime if I do like the top 10 or so of the past season before we go on to the next season of anime. Now, the top 10s I will be doing is just my personal preference. It is not meaning that they are the best of the best. Everybody has different opinions and different tastes when it comes to anime and manga, but these are more of my recommendations and my top 10 of what I watched of the season, what I truly would say should be given a watch. So anyways, let's start this off with number 10 and then work our way up to number 1, and if your, favorite of this season is not on there, either I did not watch it, or just it wasn't for me, or maybe it just didn't make the list for some other reasons. Just saying that right now. So anyways, let's begin. So number 10 on this list of winter 2015 of anime is Durarara Season 2. Now, if you've never seen Season 1, you're not going to know what Season 2 is about, because you can't watch Durarara Season 2 if you haven't seen Season 1. But Durarara is a very good series, and it's a series a lot of fans have been waiting for quite a long time. For years, actually, a long time. And it has finally came out with another season, Season 2, this season, and everybody is just really hyped up to finally see more Durarara in anime format. And what there is there to say? I mean, if you have never seen it, I truly recommend it. It's a really good series that focuses around a group of kids and people in this town, and, the circumstances they go through, along with, different gangs and stuff like that. It has some supernatural elements if you like that. Durarara is a must-watch series in general. Moving on to number 9, Yowamushi Pedal. Yowamushi Pedal. Now this, I wanted it to be higher up in the list, but looking back, there's just so many good series I've watched this past couple seasons, and I just like, damn it, I really wanted it to be higher, but it eventually just made it to number 9, choosing for all my top 10, and so number 9 is Yowamushi Pedal Season 2, and it's coming to a close next week. The next week is the finale, and the series has been phenomenal from start to finish. It has been a great ride, and it's really never went downhill at all. Like, no pun intended with the downhill comment, but I mean, it's just been a very good journey from start to finish of Season 2, and it's a great biking type anime. It's what got me into sports anime. It really is. Yowamushi Pedal started my love for sports anime. I would not have watched Ping Pong or Haikyuu or anything like that if it wasn't for Yowamushi Pedal, so hats off to Yowamushi Pedal for actually being the series that got me into the genre. Number 8, Magic Kaito. Magic Kaito, oh my god. And now, I've heard a lot of Chibits tell me that this series is good before I ever started it. Little did I know how good this series would be about a phantom thief called Kaito Kid. Kaito Kid, or, Magic Kaito, it is a series that you'd think would get very repetitive or boring, but it actually manages to stay original through the entire series. Every single episode of Magic Kaito, even though it is about a phantom thief Kaito Kid stealing gems and trying to find Pandora, it still keeps a fresh atmosphere about it while keeping a very fresh storyline that continues to intrigue you by the episode. And I have to say, if you like, like magicians or anybody that's like a phantom thief or, a thief trying to steal things in anime or manga, you'll definitely like Magic Kaito. It's also by the same writer of Detective Conan. If you've read Detective Conan, or if you watched it or whatever, it's by the exact same writer Magic Kaito is. I definitely need to start Detective Conan. But anyways, number 8 is definitely Magic Kaito. Great series coming to an end very soon. Number 7. Shigatsu is by far one of the most emotional series from this anime season. It really is. If you are easily affected and you don't like crying or being upset or sad, I definitely do not recommend watching Shigatsu, because it's a very sad story as it continues going on. It has its issues, but Shigatsu had a very good way of ending its series in last week. Last week was the finale, and it was a great series from start to finish too, and it managed to really shock me with the level of emotions it gave me and the uncliche path it took through the journey of Shigatsu. If you want a music anime with a lot of tragedy, some sadness, and romance, I recommend Shigatsu. Number 6, Akatsuki no Yona just ended today. The final episode came out. It's a series that you would judge very easily. It's like a series you would walk into and judge right off the bat because it seems like a stereotypical female protagonist trying to save a kingdom and stuff like that from someone overthrowing and betraying her father. And you come to find out as the journey continues on through Akatsuki no Yona, you come to fall in love with these characters. These characters, you really get to know their personality, you know, how they think, how they act. And that's why Akatsuki no Yona has made it onto this list, because it was a series that compelled me to come back and tune in week after week to watch the episode. At first glance, when I first started the series, it started off rocky because it felt like it was too slow at some points, but when you get past some slow moments of the beginning, you get into some really breathtaking stuff, and it's definitely a series that's paced properly, has great slice-of-life moments to it, great action when it comes to the time when it needs action, and the animation is badass. Much more to say about Akatsuki no Yona. Number 5, Parasite. Now, I bet majority of you are like, whoa, Parasite number 5, what the fuck, like it shouldn't be higher. Now, don't get me wrong, just because it's number 5 doesn't mean it's bad. Like I said, it's just my personal enjoyment value factored into this top 10. Parasite is a very, 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 very good series, and it's already obvious by now, if you have yet to start it, you should really start Parasite. Majority of everybody in the anime community by now, if you keep track of the anime news, manga news, and stuff like that, majority of you have probably already started watching Parasite, or you plan on starting Parasite, and it is a must-watch series, because the story, the theme, the setting, it's a really good series, and it manages to dive you in and make you think about certain aspects when it comes to humanity, and so that's why it made it to number 5. It's a good series, but I wanted it number 5 because there was other 4 series that gave me more entertainment value than even Parasite itself. Now, number 4. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders. Oh my god, I got injected with manliness when I started watching this series for the first time. I remember when I first watched season 1, and then I got caught up to Stardust Crusaders. Damn good series. Oh my god, if you never started JoJo, you really need to start JoJo. JoJo, it is... I've never seen a series kind of like JoJo. The art style in general is just so unique. It is so unique, JoJo's art style is. And it can be brutal at times, and the story is just, oh, yeah, it really makes you dive in and want to know more about the series, the characters. And all the characters are very unique, along with, you know, the names referencing certain bands, rock bands in the 80s and 90s. And that's, you know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You never started, go give it a watch. It's a shonen, but it goes to the level of seinen at some points, and like I said, I completely recommend it. Number 3, Junketsu no Maria. This series, oh damn. Oh damn. It's a series I cannot recommend to some that do not like controversial anime. If you do not like controversial anime when it comes to religion and faith and stuff like that, you most likely will hate Junketsu no Maria. But if you love controversial themes and stories, you will fall in love with it. Now, don't let the name title of the series mislead you. The title in English is Maria the Virgin Witch. And when I first started the series, I was misled by the name, too. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a fan service series. That's what I thought it was. And then it turned into something a whole lot more deep, and the execution of some of the scenes they do in the series, I think is the most tasteful when it comes to some of the themes they have used, especially when it geared towards religion. And if you like that type of stuff, like I said, I recommend Junketsu no Maria. Number 2. Assassination Classroom moves up to number 2 of this list because of the deep meaning behind some of the stories that take place in the episodes. As I've been covering in majority of my episodic reviews, I've been stating that the main point of Assassination Classroom is telling you a deep theme, or these deep messages, with the comedy. And the way Assassination Classroom can hide so much deep meaning behind some comedy, it really reminds me of Gintama. It's like Assassination Classroom is Gintama's little brother, and the reason why I feel like Assassination Classroom has moved up so much is because after watching Gintama, I'm able to understand some of these deep messages and themes of Assassination Classroom a lot more clearer now, and to see how the mangaka of the series takes some time to slip in these deep meanings, and only certain people that have understand these certain situations or been in these situations that understand, it's really damn good writing. It really is, and that is why Assassination Classroom is number 2 on my top 10 of winter 2015. Number 1. Now, this one I feel like is incredibly obvious. This is not really going to be the most shocking reveal because I've already made it quite clear that I love this series, what I'm about to mention. Number 1 of Winter 2015 of anime is Death Parade. It's pretty obvious why Death Parade is one of my favorites. It is very unique compared to the other anime from this season and in recent years. It can sometimes be episodic, but at the majority of the time, it is an ongoing plot. And it focuses on characters being in kind of like a death game. It's very similar to that, but what makes it different is the people that go into this room or this bar, they are already dead. And to see the concept of how you get to see the darkness of humanity and the light of humanity and see how these people are judged if they're going to go to the void or get reincarnated, it's a series that makes you awestruck and want to know more about the story, the background, the setting, all sorts of stuff like that. Death Parade has been a very phenomenal series that's continued to be good by the episode, and it knows how to change up its story patterns when it comes to the episodes. Like, usually when it comes to episodic series, it could get very boring quickly. But Death Parade has these different vibes or unique atmosphere about it when it comes to certain judgings, when it comes to certain characters, the different backgrounds of some of these characters. It's really unique and allows you to feel refreshed when you watch Death Parade week by week, and it's definitely a series I can recommend and be happy about that it's number 1 of the top 10 of Winter 2015. That's pretty much it when it comes to this video. Hopefully I didn't disappoint you all. This is my first attempt at doing a top 10 for an anime season. If you all enjoy this video, I will definitely do more in the near future. For instance, I will do more when the next season of anime ends. Like, for instance, when spring 2015 ends, I will compile my top 10, and maybe eventually I might compile, you know, Chibi's top 10, like I'll compile votes, and then I will do, you know, a top 10 of the Chibi community of that given season. But anyways, that's the end. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. What is your top 10 of Winter 2015? Please be safe. Chibi out.